Because the company has a legacy that's over 100 years old, each year it builds on itself. And therefore, what we typically do are we're very conservative and we don't invest unless we think it has value. We have no debt as a company, and so consequently, when we look to invest in the things that are most critical to make sure the business improves for the long term. One of the things that we're doing this summer is we're going to be replacing a large furnace for our large spring manufacturing. The purpose of that is to continually, one, become most cost efficient in usage of our energy dollars, make sure that we can have the consistency of metallurgical properties for the steel that we need to ultimately make the spring that is critical to the performance as it's needed for the customer. And so that investment has been a phenomenal investment, but the investment is truly driven by the needs of our customer. One of the things you see here is the attention to detail is in our ability to measure the hardenability of a spring. This machine that we invested in was driven by our employees saying we really have to get more consistent in our measurements. Through that investment, it gives us that opportunity to make sure that we're consistently measuring the hardenability of our product, and then that therefore assures the quality of our product to our customer. What this machine is doing is basically putting an indentation into the steel. And through that indentation, we can measure the dimension of that indentation that helps determine the hardness of the steel based on the metallurgical properties that are needed for our spring. The consistency of the metallurgical properties of a spring assure the long-term life of a spring in its application.